Go.
All right, so what's it going to look like when we're doing our bit in our 70s?
One of us is going to get old and shit themselves.
What happens to the other one? He stays young forever? This will be our long-standing
I
bet.
always knew you were a leprechaun. Do you have wishes for me? Who do you think it is? I mean, you got a few years on me, yeah.
No, yeah.
You never know, man. You never know what my colon strength is. I could be weak as shit. I could be very close to shitting myself at all times.
You need to fucking work out your colon.
How do you work it out?
You butt clench? You butt clench? Yeah. Kegels.
And it's Tuesday night in America. I don't know what night it is the rest of the world, but I know it's time for Night Attack, bringing you the best and the worst of the internet ever since 1875. Hello, beautiful people. I'm Brian Brushwood in Austin, Texas, joined as always in our appendix, our appendable appendage, good old Justin Robert Young in Oakland, California. What's going on, Professor J.R.Y.?
Fuck 14 dogs, Brian.
I will do nothing of the sort, sir. You can't.
Well,
you can't just say
this audience, your family, and your family's name, because this is going to be a show worthy of every single one of those dog fucks.
Dude, did you notice right at the beginning that our opening video, again, we can't thank, I'm not trying to play with sound, I'm trying to play without sound. If any of you guys watch any of the video stuff, those cold opens by One Spearmint Nitrate, did you notice what it was all about?
It's all about us getting old.
Yeah, man. It was about us getting old and shitting our pants and being too old to talk.
Yeah. That's got a ring to it, Brian. Too old to talk.
Too old to T-O-T-T-O-T-T.
Tag T-O-T-T.
It's brainstorm. Tell me. I don't know if you're here with me. We're releasing our new comedy album, Night Attack 3. We've been looking for a subtitle. We mentioned it should be T-O-T-T.
Yeah.
What if it was Too Old to Talk? And on the cover, we had some kind of like hilarious photo of maybe my girls dressed up as you and me.
Oh no, those are pictures of us. Those are pictures of me and Brian recording the new album. I didn't know you had that earring. That's a very cute earring you have.
Yeah, that's the thing, is I had to decide whether or not I was going to rock that earring, and I guess I will. So as luck would have it, we happen to have these photos. I don't remember which ones were the ones that I liked. I want to say 82 was one. So we're going to design an album cover live right now on the show. Night Attack 3, officially subtitled Too Old to Talk. And for those of you guys watching live, you can go to schwood.com/TOTT. I don't know how long the photos will be up there. Before we got started, I took 100 photos. I just whipped out.
Oh, that's great. That's an amazing one. I love that one.
Okay, so here's the thing. We had the idea that
it looks like actual for the audio listeners. There's a picture of young Brian, which is Josie, the youngest daughter, with an adorable gap tooth yell and what looks like actual sisterly violence. Like me.
Well, Penelope
with two clenched fists.
The only thing that upsets me is that in this particular one, like, Penny captures all the rage there, but you can't tell that she's wearing a fake Pittsburgh Pirates skull cap that she's wearing.
Fix it in post. Fix it in post.
All right, fair enough.
We got what we needed.
So
here's the deal. Here's what we're gonna do. Just like anything with Diamond Club related, you guys are really the actual talent here. So we are leaving 100 photos of this impromptu photo shoot that Brian and Bonnie did earlier this afternoon with Penny and Josie playing.
Okay, first of all, that's generous to call it this afternoon. This was definitely 30 minutes ago. Like, this was definitely like, I called Bonnie and I was like, we need to get this photo shoot done because we promised ourselves we would do it. You need to drop everything while Penny is at soccer practice and run out and buy something that will pass for a beard so that Penny can I'm watching our bandwidth crawl to a slow to a crawl as people all try to connect on this stuff. At any rate,
so here's the deal. Here's what we want. you guys go ahead, download these photos, screw around with them on Photoshop, and then get us your best version of the album cover. Just know that the album is called Night Attack.
Too old to talk. Yep.
And then go. I mean, like, all of our album covers up to this point have had the diamond represented on it somewhere. The two brackets, but that's already on the shirt. And in many of the pictures, Penny as me is flashing the Diamond Club symbol. So maybe you want to use those. But other than that, it is all up to you guys. The one that we like the most will be our actual album cover. And just so you know, our last few albums have done a little thing called debut at #1 on the Billboard Comedy Chart. So if you would like to see your work at #1 on the Billboard Comedy Charts, then go ahead and do it.
This is amazing. Like, I'm going to call my ISP, and they're going to be all like, what happened to our bandwidth? This is pretty great because this one, like, Penny doesn't have the beard on anymore because she's, like, annoyed and done. But, like, somehow this one, to me, feels the most like us at this moment. Like, just
exactly.
Just this kind of, like anguish. Like, are we done? Have we made the funny yet? Can we go back to our
I would just say
cots?
this. Josie is an adorable young girl, which is amazing for how much she looks like you.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I remember being really upset that that they. These are really good photos, man. I didn't realize as we were taking them. I was too busy, like, just trying to get them in focus, but I didn't realize how good they are. It's amazing. Yeah, so you guys jump in. We made, like, there's like a 500 megabyte download that has all of the photos in there. Otherwise, there's about 100 photos, and some of them I'm in focus, some of them some of them Penny's in focus, some of them Josie's.
But you want to know what? I mean, listen, like, you don't have to screw around with just one photo. If you want to Photoshop out one of us from one of them and the other one from another one, then go ahead. This is totally up to you guys. We're going to take a look at the stuff that we do today, but just so everybody who watches later, we're not going to decide anything tonight. We'll probably decide something next week.
We will probably show off some of our favorites.
Anything that gets sent in, we are going to show off, right? But just so anybody who's listening to this and doesn't watch live is like, no, I wanted to take time. And
no, you've got time. You've got plenty of time. All you need to know is that it's called Night Attack 3. Subtitle is Too Old to Talk, and it features little kids pretending to be me and Justin, which I couldn't. I got to tell you, this is actually the first time that I'm looking at them. You know how it is when you're in the middle of the moment, Justin, and it's like everything's white hot and intense all around you, and you don't really get the chance to comprehend all you're just thinking in terms of, like, exposure, set, focus, set, foreground, background, girls getting the same. Okay, well, this one won't be the cover, he says, almost guaranteeing that it'll be the cover.
Although that one actually looks the most like our last recording session.
Oh, Jesus, you're not kidding, man. High and drunk and crazy and can't even do the Diamond Club symbol. Like,
that one looks fantastic. So go ahead, man. Everybody, go ahead and get at it. I'm really excited to see what people do.
In the meantime, man, what have you been up to? This has been an exciting week for just about everyone, right?
Sure. My brother was in town.
Yeah,
that was the thing. Went to go see Outkast. That was nice.
Had you ever seen Outkast before?
I had. I saw them twice before. Once with Stankonia, and then on their reunion tour over the summer. I saw them earlier in the year, but now it's a story I think I can actually tell. I don't think I could have told it before. We go to this thing, this tour in Napa, right? And this is earlier in the summer. Me and Ashley. It's put on by the wineries in Napa. It's called Bottle Rock. So as you can imagine, this is a great recipe. Hot summer day, wine, and a music festival where you're standing in direct sunlight.
Oh, no. I think I have heard this story before. That doesn't sound like it went too well, if I'm understanding correctly.
Well, it went well for the first part of it. We saw Weezer. Weezer was great. Saw Blues Traveler. Blues Traveler was amazing. But Outkast was the draw. They will probably never tour again after this tour. They hadn't toured in like 10 years prior to this. And I'm halfway through my dream set. I'm excited. They are killing it. It's amazing. When all of a sudden, Ashley feels a little sick.
Because she got the flu, right? She got
standing out there in the sun, drinking all this wine. And she had a very cogent observation after this happened, in which she said the time to stop drinking wine is when it starts tasting like grape juice. And it had long since started tasting like grape juice to her. So the good news is that, it's called intoxication for a reason. You are toxifying your body. She had to expel that by vomiting all over my feet. And that was a fun time. And then there was a lot of me explaining to her, no, you can't call an Uber. We have to wait for this parking shuttle. And she's like, why won't you let me call an Uber? You're crowding me. Can you please stop ruining my dreams? So there was a lot of that. But that ended. I was very upset that I had missed half the Outkast set because that was kind of the whole reason why we decided to go to this festival. But lo and behold, a few months later, they announced that they're going to be playing at this Treasure Island music festival. Go to that. Have a great time. It was an absolute blast.
Right on, man. I don't know, not nearly as exciting, but maybe just as important to me was the fact, and I guess Bonnie will chime in on this. This was legitimately the first week that I actually had something not constantly on fire since March. You guys know that obviously I went on vacation. I'm using air quotes because we shot a TV show, and in order to do that, we had to bank a bunch of Scam School episodes, and it was awesome. And then when I came home after 3 months, it was like everything was on fire. It was like Bonnie had been patient and had been waiting for, me to come home to do a million different things. So I had to do a million different things. John moved from Florida to Austin just so that he could work on Scam stuff. And he's like, I'm here, bro.
Which, by the way,
let's get to work.
This was all stuff that was happening. I mean, like life is what happens while you're making other plans. You were making a lot of plans because you were out there in LA. You had to uproot stuff to go shoot things. And meanwhile, you had a lot of stuff just going on while you were already on overdrive. Things that would have been the headlines of your week were happening
in the background.
And cleared the deck for other stuff.
Exactly, right? So then I get home, and it's been, I guess, a month now, right? It's been about a month since I got home.
Gosh, yeah.
This was the first week that it was sort of like I had a giant list, as I always do, of like shit I ought to do, but nothing I had to do. And there was this delightful, I swear to God, it was so amazing. I spent Saturday, first of all, Friday night, I promised everyone who I owed money to, absolutely pinky swore that I would give it to them on Saturday. And then I spent all day playing Far Cry 3 instead. It was amazing. I just sat there and I blew shit off. It was like in every way what I needed. And I've not experienced that in 6 months. It was utterly delightful. So I feel like balanced. Weirdly now, like normally I'm a spaz about the workout thing where it's like, oh, I'm not working out. I got to freak out. But it's like... It's been so long of me being stuck in a pattern of bad habits that I realized, like, finally I get to work out again. And then part of me was like, ugh, working out? Ugh, why don't you just crack open a beer? It's almost 9 a.m. And so it's like, now I'm forcing myself into the repetition of actually, working out instead.
Yes.
Now, how has it been having Brian back around the house, Bon?
Surprisingly, I actually really hate video games because Brian spent the early part of his career playing a lot of video games to avoid the real work that has to be done to actually kickstart your career.
I got busted too many times.
Hold on, wait a minute. So let's go ahead and let's go back into time. Brian has made a lot of his public mythology that he had an agreement with you that you were going to leave. Brian was going to leave his day job to get was it a year, right? A year. Yes. To make at least positive signs that you were going to be a professional magician.
Right.
So normally what we hear is a tale of hard work and bootstrapping, a hard scrabble, rags to riches story of a good geek done well. And the loving wife that supported him all along the way, but just go ahead and fill in.
Yeah, let me tell you about that. Let me tell you about that loving wife who'd come home. I used to have panic attacks driving home in the traffic because it would be so bad. I mean, it was just just gridlock. They were doing construction. And I was just like, oh, okay. And I'd make it home with all these visions of being broken, you know, somehow on the way. And I'd make it through the door, and Brian'd still be in his underwear. And he has whatever the latest game is going on.
Okay, first of all, it was definitely System Shock 2.
Yes,
System Shock 2 was the
was.
game that I lost 3 days to, and there was no excuse for it. And I still, like there is a taint, there's a stink over me ever playing video games, and I'm still paying off that debt 15
years.
years.
Would be two words that I think Bonnie probably was well acquainted to while you were going.
Yes, exactly. You know, I go and I'm like, oh, well, who's going to pick up the dog poop off the floor? Because you didn't even let the dogs out right now. I'm just kidding. But it was just, yeah, it was quite.
Bonnie would come home and say, "Who let the dogs out? You didn't, because you're just like this."
Exactly.
Also, I hope that tune goes somewhere in 5 more years when it comes out.
No, but by the way, that's one of those things that, like, that is a PR move. Because I don't care if Brian was the most productive he has ever been in his life. You cannot have somebody who is working another job come home at 5 p.m. and have
catch you playing a video game. Yeah, no, it was.
That is, it doesn't matter if you could have been like, oh, I booked the Tonight Show and 30 dates that is going to feed us and our children to come for the next year and a half. If you come back and you're in those BVDs, your nuts getting hooked and you haven't taken a shower,
Seriously.
that person is going to be pissed the fuck off when they get home.
Yeah, pretty much. So
It was a really good game,
So
though.
support
okay, all right.
comes in a
So
lot of
given
different ways.
like there's a lot
Yeah.
of baggage. In
There's
general,
baggage.
like you will tolerate a lot of things. You will tolerate if you walk by the office and I'm on Reddit, you're like, well, presumably he's doing research for Night Attack or for Cord Killers or whatever. If I'm reading
Right.
an article, maybe he's doing research.
he's
But-
watching TV shows. He does.
That's
a
right.
lot
Even watching TV shows, you're like,
does
well,
a
he
lot
has
of
to do this for
media
us.
and everything.
But
And then
when
like
you walk by and
I
I'm playing
take
a
the
video
trash
game,
out. That boy does not take the trash out, even to this day. And I'm still like, I'm the supportive wife, taking the trash out. He's working really hard. And then if he's playing a video game, oh my God, makes
hear
me go
gunshots.
crazy. But this weekend was different. I was like, boy, he's been working so hard for so long, playing so many different games. He has been working so many different jobs, and I'm like, good for you. You enjoy that game, Brian Brushwood.
you walk in.
You stink up that taint a little bit. Just enjoy yourself.
But you need to put pants on because my parents are coming over soon.
Which, by the way, thank you for at least giving me the warning on that. Like, how many? I would say, what are the odds? Like, I'm batting like 500 on having pants on when your parents show up.
Yeah.
The worst times are like, when I'm up super late and I know that I'm I don't know, I had too much to drink and I'm stumbling around and I don't want to snore and wake up Bonnie. I'll go to the guest room upstairs where Jaime's staying tonight. But the problem is, like, I'll get trapped there. I'll wake up and realize it's 9:30. And I'll hear your mom's voice downstairs, and I'll realize I lack the equipment to gracefully make it from the upstairs bedroom to our downstairs to put on pants. And so there's this, you just got to own it. And so at some point you march down in your T-shirt and underwear like, hello, Liz, how are you? It's good to see you.
Yes.
Just going to parade on over. It's harder with your dad, like, howdy, Butch. How are you? I'd shake your hand, but that would be weird for both of us. Gonna go
Yeah.
to this room now.
He's like, Brian.
Brian.
I don't know. Just picture Hank Hill. What would Hank Hill do? That's what my dad.
Oh, dude, yes.
Whoa.
Oh, you don't have any pants, do you? So anyway, there's that's what I've been up to.
He did pay everybody eventually, though.
Oh no, I paid everyone like this morning. It took a little while. I shot a lot of brown people between then and now. Like that's
Wow.
Oh!
This is the thing. Like if you don't know the story of Far Cry 3,
I think I'm in trouble.
well, okay, all right. Far Cry 3 is the story of like a friend. Wait, did you just say I'm in trouble, Jaime?
I don't know.
Just leave it where it is.
All right, that's fine. If you played Far Cry 3, you know that what I'm talking about. Like, you just wish people like, no, you don't understand, man. I'm learning their ways. I'm learning the path of the warrior on this small
saying
island.
he has a secret club that knows what he's saying about brown people. Am I right?
Close enough. Who cares?
This ain't so secret. It's our Patreon. Patreon.com/Night Attack. We have 1,718 patrons. That means that we are just a hop, skip, and a jump away from our Alex Jones anniversary.
Oh man, 1776. The play will rise again. We are less than what, 50 years, 55 years, 60 years away from hitting 1776. The moment we do, we will put on a musical representing or recreating the epic interview between Alex Jones and Pierce Morgan. And it's going to be...
Where in 1776 rises again.
Yeah, man. And by the way, 1776 will be portrayed by my boner. And it will rise again. It's Bonnie. Bonnie, this is what's amazing to me. It's like you still fall for it. I'm talking, and I say, 1776 is my boner. And Bonnie goes, what? And then she hears rises again. Oh, all right. Dude, we cannot thank you guys enough for making this possible. You guys are, in every way, the best thing that ever happened to us in this show, and we can't thank you enough.
Absolutely. So, yeah, go ahead and do that. And you guys will get first. Anybody who's a patron will not only get first dibs on some of the album and everything, but hopefully, every step of the way, we'll be able to keep you guys in the loop as Night Attack Too Old to Talk becomes a reality.
Real quick, normally we reserve this first segment for a chance to plug our own stuff, but I do want to give a tip of the hat to T2T2, who has his own patreon.com/T2T2, where keep in mind, T2T2 is the one who makes all of our IRC stuff happen. He's a contributor. It's his fault that we got fired from Twit because he made that awesome Spam is a Rapist video that was so good that we got fired instantly and
That's
banned.
not at all what happened.
No, that's what happened. I remember. Leo said
he's made so many amazing videos.
No. Okay, no. I remember,
but he had no element of us getting fired.
I know. I'm pretty sure I remember, like, Santa Claus. I was on his lap, and he peeled off the mask, and he goes, I'm your boss, Leo. You make a song about how Spam is a rapist? You're out of here. And he threw me out. And then I landed on my head, and then he urinated all over me. I'm like, please stop urinating. He's like, you're banished from the land, and it's T2T2's fault. Only his Patreon reaching a high number will save you.
We had a whole conversation.
I'm sorry.
We had a specific conversation.
I'm sorry.
We were buddies. We were accountability buddies.
If I remember correctly, we had the same conversation before you asked me to talk about my feelings while I was drunk in a power hour.
The lesson, never have conversations. This is what show prep brings us, folks.
I'll tell you what it definitely brought us is an amazing guest we have from the guys from Queen's Network right now, our friend Andrew Zarian. Andrew Z, what's going on, buddy?
Holy crap, I can't believe I'm on this show.
Again? Wait, for the first time?
I've never been on. I've been on NSFW. I've never been on Night Attack.
Never heard of that other show, but Night Attack's pretty rad, and we're glad to have you, sir.
Listen, I have a little confession, guys.
Uh-oh.
I'm a little loaded tonight, so...
I have a little confession. I may have killed a hobo this evening. It's not admissible in court, but... no, that's great. Welcome to the club, bro. This is
I'm really excited I'm here. This is the first time. I'm a big fan. You know that. And, Justin and I have been talking on Twitter. We've been bonding on professional wrestling, and he booked me on the show.
Well, you've always been good, and it's been fun to watch the GFQ network really blossom and grow. First of all, every time I look at your set, I see more and more sexy butts in the background, which
a lot of sexy butts happening on this show. I got one here. I got a sexy butt here.
No, that's a sexy butt. That's true. That works.
Is that Flair?
Another sexy butt here.
See, all the sexy butts. You have
That's
all of them.
That's definitely old mean Mark Calloway.
Mean Mark Calloway.
Dude, I'm so excited for you to be here because not only have you not been here since NSFW show, but we are going to bring to everybody a game that we have not played in a little bit. It is what I think. Brian, would you say that Secrets or BS might be our best bit ever?
I mean, it's certainly our longest running bit, right? Because we haven't played Name That Autocomplete was the first thing we did. Secrets or BS was the second, and we had your friend of mine, Miss Veronica Belmont, on for it. Yeah, man, Secrets or BS is the oldest and certainly the crappiest bit we've ever done because I lose all the time. It's got to be the worst game we've ever come up with.
You are very shitty at determining whether people are honest, which is the goal of this game. For anybody who hasn't listened before, Secrets or BS is where everybody all day, or by all day, I mean over the last 2 hours, has been writing in these epic stories. They then tell us whether or not they are actual stories from their real lives, or if they just made them up to sound impressive. If we have further questions, we can go ahead and call them to see, verify certain details. But we're going to go ahead and go through them and see who's the best at determining whether these stories are indeed secrets or, in fact, nefarious piles of dirty bullshit.
Man, you're... God damn it. I know that you were smart enough to actually invite me. Could you also invite cordkillers@gmail.com? Because apparently that's what it thinks I'm primarily logged in as. We'll go ahead and do that, and we'll run through this. Are you familiar with this game, Andrew, as we've played it before?
Yeah, I think I played it the first time I was on the that other show you guys did.
Never heard of it, but
yeah, never heard of that show, but I was on it, and I think I suck, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, see, that's what I like. I like the idea that you and I are equally terrible. It makes me feel like we have. Normally, it's Justin gets everything right, and I screw everything up. And
well, here we go. This is just a little palate cleanser, all right? This is just a little rallying over the net as if we were playing tennis, just to get ourselves warmed up. This isn't for points.
Yep.
Here is the first one. I'm gay. Is it secret or BS?
Okay. Really? This is where we're starting at? Really?
Are they gay or are they not?
Yeah, no, of course they're gay. And even if they say they're not, then they probably are. We're all gay. Everyone knows everybody's gay. Fucking Einstein got together with Heisenberg, and they had sex, and they talked about how awesome it would be to bone Schrodinger. And then they were like,
"Don't grape, Brian." This is just
Bohr. And then Niels Bohr was jerking off in the corner, and he was like, "Ooh, I believe that we're all gay." And then it was proven. So yes, he's gay.
Andrew,
I think he's so gay that he's no longer gay, but he's straight.
Oh shit! You think
so?
Is it
a secret or a BS? Where does it lie on the big spin the bottle of gay or not gay? Where did it land?
I think it lands on no longer gay, but previously gay.
Okay, so
you think he experimented in college?
BS, Zarian. Fuck, man, this is
this is
First,
BS. Total
little
BS.
Appetizer, Jesus, guys, just secret or BS?
BS.
Brian, you say secret.
Secret.
I'm gonna say
BS.
Secret. It is indeed a secret. He or she is gay.
Yeah. Where's my victory music at?
Here we go.
1776.
All right, right on. Hey, I got one here. Oh, Jesus. Locking me out of all my own accounts is killing me. All right, here we go. Once in high school, I was fooling around with my girl at oh, man, hold on. We got to do this right. Oh, I don't have the heartbeat. Never mind. Once in high school, I was fooling around with my girl at the time under the stage in the band pit in our theater. It's a pretty private place, and I had one of the few keys to the area. Turns out someone else had the same idea and snuck in behind us at some point. They then proceed to get it on very loudly on the staging above our hiding spot. I guess they assumed that due to the soundproofing, no one would ever know, even though they didn't have to unlock the doors to get in. Once they were done, we waited a while to sneak out ourselves. Definitely a crazy adventure. Andrew, secret or BS?
It's so detailed, it's BS.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's a secret because, like, that's not the craziest thing I've heard. Justin, what do you say?
This one seems Certainly kind of, I mean, as far as like sex stories go, it's just kind of like a couple
Tame,
people
right?
having sex. Like it's not wild. You know that my rule with this is if it's kind of boring, it's true.
Yep.
So I'm going to say it's a secret.
All right. The answer is it's a secret.
I'm awful at this game.
Do you want to hear the story? We can call the person.
Yes.
All right. Well, let me get ready to do that. And in the meantime, why don't you tell everyone how awesome?
There we go. You're right. All right. So it's one for me, one for Brian, one for Andrew. So Andrew, what made you think that was bullshit?
I don't know. I feel like sometimes the more detail you add to a story, it's bullshit. But I was recently in San Diego, and it made me think of the couple next door to my hotel. I was staying at the Hyatt, and this couple at 3:30 in the morning.
Wait. Put that on hold. We
All
have our mystery guest. Hey, buddy. When did this happen, and how did it go?
Would have been in my final year of high school with my girlfriend at the time. And the long and short of it was we decided we were going to sneak our way into the pit band area.
Yeah, no, we
It was
read
like
your
early in
fucking
the morning.
story. All right, no, shut up. Listen, here's what I want to know. Like, did it turn her on
What?
to hear people banging right above you? Like, did that fuel the fire?
Yes. Short answer is yes.
Holy shit, really?
Yes.
Like, did she say something to you? Was she like, "Oh my god, I love it. These people are fucking."
No, it was more like desperately trying to be quiet so that we didn't screw this whole thing up.
Okay, but you're fucking while they're fucking, right?
Yes.
Okay, but you're fucking.
Wait, but are you
quieter.
secretly trying to make her loud because that would make you more of a man?
No? Question mark?
Did you try to make her
Okay,
laugh?
let me really something on you. If we all get caught, we're all fucked.
Well, I mean, by whom? I mean, what if all of a sudden you
because
got
then
a
the
four-way?
principal's going to come in and be like, the only way you're avoiding detention is if everybody blows me. And then it's a real fun time.
Thank you, Justin.
All right. So in your logbook, positive experience or not so positive?
We'll call that a positive.
Yeah, fucking HOT positive. Congratulations, Drew. All right, we got another story here. Wait,
Well, here, wait a minute.
Wait.
I got this one here. Look at this.
wait, real quick, Andrew, you want to wrap up your banging story? We didn't mean to interrupt you.
There was a couple just going at it like 3:30 in the morning, and it was pretty hot. And then we started banging, and then they got into like a domestic dispute, and security came.
And wait, hold on, you didn't follow suit? You're like, well, now we got to get into domestic dispute. And just like you argue.
No,
with
I think we drew the line at the domestic dispute at like 4 o'clock in the morning. They just started like fighting, and there was shattering happening, and we're like, yeah, this is no longer hot. I don't know what's going on.
Did you make sure to like log your complaint with him? You're like, you know what, this was really hot until you guys started arguing. If you guys could have just
And also,
I
like,
actually
like,
complained
how far
because,
into the
like-
fight was it still hot and you were like banging Ben, like, kind of passionate about it?
Going at it, and all of a sudden they got into a fight. I'm like, yeah, this is not working anymore,
But at the beginning of the fight, it had to still be bangable, right?
No, it was
like,
still
but it was
totally
like,
bangable. It was bangable.
I can't believe you
until-
did that. And you're like, oh, yeah, I can't believe you did that.
No, it was totally bangable until like the girl started crying. But she's the one who hit the guy.
I mean, to each their own. If you can't bang through a girl crying, then I don't know what to tell you, brother.
It was so. I didn't know how to react anymore. Like my emotion levels were going up and down. Like it wasn't hot, but it kind of was. But the following day, I went to the front desk. I was like, I don't know what was going on, but like the security came and everything. I kind of want my money back for the night. They ended up refunding me.
Wait, you tell the story. It's not just the security that came, Andrew.
Listen, this is the Hyatt in San Diego. So if you ever hear a couple going at it and getting into a domestic dispute, ask
that
for
they're
your
really
money back.
ghosts, and we heard the same ones.
All right, man. What else you got, Justin?
Let's get serious here, Brian. This one says, once I traded a 7-inch single for a bump of coke in the ghetto in Cleveland. The guy tried to trade to marijuana. Hell's no. Then recovering addict Rhodey spent the next 2 days looking for coke crumbs in the seat of the carpet of the van. rubbing it on his gums and smelling the whole place up with his terrible socks. Best time I ever had on coke, because there was absolutely no chance of finding any more that night at seedy, expensive, off-brand Cleveland hotel.
Man, this is
that coke story secrets or BS?
Here's
Brian.
okay. First of all, here's the secret. If you ever want to automatically have me believe your story, make it involve cocaine, because there's literally nothing I will hear after the fact that so we started off snorting coke, and then like anything after that I will believe. So I'm going to say this is a secret.
All right, so I say it's not a secret, it's BS, because nobody that's involved in a coke story calls it coke. It's blow or dry goods.
Dry goods? I haven't heard that one.
That's an old school term.
What about buy goods?
Buy goods.
Yeah, that's like I don't know.
Like it fucks men and women?
Yeah, no, it's good either way. Men and women like it. It's buy goods.
Cocaine. Man and women like it.
What's your gut say, Justin?
Brian, I am going to say that this is, and you need to stop highlighting the thing, because I can see you highlighting the thing.
Sorry. I was checking. So that means I can't get away with cheating. Wow, I didn't know that.
Not get away with cheating. So I was going to say it was a secret. I think it's a secret. And guess what? Because Brian highlighted the thing, I know that it is indeed a secret.
All right, let's call our mystery guest. And by the way, you could probably, I say this very rarely, but you could probably bump up the soundboard, because your vocals are great. They're popping, and I can't seem to get you ducking on the Skype, which is perfect. But, man, I don't even want to say who our secret mystery person is. Oh, wait, they are on the line. Hey, caller, are you there, buddy?
Cocaine Central, how can I help you?
All right, Coke Central, walk us through this.
So first and foremost, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Have you ever called cocaine dry goods?
Only when I was doing it with Brian's father-in-law, when we were talking about all his underoos hanging out all over the place.
That sounds like a legitimate answer, because I can
Listen,
totally
isn't dry goods the greatest term for cocaine?
Number one, I
think
haven't
that's a
heard the
brown
term
people
dry
thing.
goods, by the way. And I've known plenty of people who have done a lot of coke.
I guess it's like, I've said that to a couple people, and they tell me it's a very New York term. So I guess a lot of people don't know what the term, but like it makes sense, right? Because it is dry.
And it's good. Because you feel good, right? Okay.
Cocaine, it's pretty good. We're just coming up with a whole new marketing ad blitz for cocaine here.
Here's the problem, right? Is I think that they're going too far by making weird names like dry goods or whatever. What you need to do is focus on what makes cocaine great. Take two. Focus on what makes cocaine great. Call it go-cane. Like, you get a lot of shit done with go-cane. No?
How about a weed cane or diarrhea cane?
Does it induce diarrhea?
Yeah, that's the baby aspirin and the lactose.
No points. And may God have mercy on your soul.
All right, fine. Okay. All right, I got nothing. Okay, so this guy actually was digging out cocaine from the seat cushions and rubbing it in his gums?
Yeah, I just found out the other day. That's what reminded me of the story, that they were doing morphine for weeks on this tour, and kind of straightened out the fact that he was picking up all the crumbs.
Wow, that ended on a bigger downer than I expected.
Well, you're the one who went into more depth on the cocaine story. It seemed pretty cut and dry goods.
Well, I don't know. I was just was excited to have somebody verify it to our face. You know, a lot of people say things are secrets and they're really BS.
Am I wrong to think whenever morphine is brought into a story, it gets really depressing really quick?
No. He had a great attitude most of the time. I mean, he liked to play a lot of, Guns N' Roses and stuff. It was a good time. I'm sorry to bring you all down.
No, I mean, you got any cocaine? Look, man, I don't know. The problem is it's just outside of my my sphere of influence, or my zone of experience. I got nothing.
We can go on to the next one here.
All right, so long, jerk. I love you. Bye. All right, that guy's gone.
So I'm losing so far, right?
Look, you're losing the moment you pay attention to who's winning.
I apparently have 1 point, so at least I'm on the board.
Okay.
All right. I got this one here, Brian.
Yep.
It is number 16 on the sheet. One time, my wife gave me an old-fashioned before work, which I'm assuming is not the drink an old-fashioned, but I guess an old-fashioned hand job or blow job.
Hold on.
Then whipped up a cake for a work potluck. Cake went in the oven before she realized that she hadn't washed her hands. But the cake did go over very well at work when she served it at the potluck. So I'm assuming that she jerked off her husband, then made a cake, then baked the cake, then served the cake to all of her coworkers. Is this secret or BS?
Okay, I am much more concerned with the fact that there's a sexual term called the old-fashioned with which I am unfamiliar, and so are you. Like between the two of us. Andrew, are you familiar with what an old-fashioned is? Is that a move you?
I think
know?
it's a handy, but I want to know what a Manhattan is.
An old. That's where you actually fuck all of Manhattan in one night.
Exactly. And a Tom Collins is when you jerk somebody off with Tom Collins mix.
You're not bothered that there's a move we don't know? Is that a thing? Has anyone in the chat room heard of this?
I think an old-fashioned is
he
a
or
handy,
she is
right?
saying old-fashioned because we are to understand that it's a hand job.
I mean,
I'm not sure. We can't call them. They didn't leave a number.
No,
so we're
but
just
we
gonna have
do
to
have
go
this
ahead and-
archival footage here.
So we know what an old fashioned is. We know Justin explained what a Tom Collins is, but what would a Rob Roy be?
What? This is what it looked like.
Bring it down, bitch. Let me see you back it up. Shut that ass down, load it, pick that motherfucker up. Bring it down, bitch. Let me see you back it up. Shut that ass down, load it, pick that motherfucker up. Yeah, back that pussy, she's a motherfucker.
All right, look, I'm gonna say it's a secret, dude. It's got to be totally real, right?
And by the way, a Rob Roy is when you jerk somebody off and then garnish it with maraschino cherries. I'm going to say this is bullshit.
What?
It's not
I agree
nearly
with Justin,
detailed
it's
enough.
bullshit.
I would expect it is not only a fucking lie, it's a lazy lie. He should have accidentally jizzed in the pan if you're gonna make a lie about it and then say that it was baked and that everybody loved it and they then were like, man, what was the secret ingredient? I hope it wasn't jizz. and then we all laughed about it. So it's not only a lie, it's a shitty lie.
Well, Justin, I'm afraid this one.
Zarian, what's yours?
Oh, I was gonna say that it was bullshit, but Brian's reaction was a little bit of a spoiler, so I'm gonna say it's too legit to quit.
It's definitely a secret. It's listed as a secret. That's amazing. Very rarely does Justin get suckered on a fake secret like this.
Normally, I still think it's bullshit. That is a at the very least it is a crappily told story. And
First of all, what woman is
really
making jizz cakes for work?
Okay, first of all, he didn't say it was jizz
cakes for work is my favorite Ween album.
Jizz cakes. All right, first of all, they're not jizz cakes. All she did was give a handy and then stick her hands in some dough, which I totally believe, man.
But who's sticking hands in dough when they're making cake? You got a blender.
Wait, you blend cakes? What the fuck?
Oh, I'm sorry. Guy from Queens. We all don't have restaurant quality blenders. Somebody
You don't have a Cuisinart bullshit blender in your kitchen?
Yeah. All right. In the meantime, I got this one. Line 19 here. Okay. Out with the gang on Karaoke Night 2002. It's my turn. I sing one of my usual picks and get the regular response. I'm fairly well received. Out of the blue, Reese Witherspoon, or at least a hottie who looked like her, comes over and compliments me. I invite her and her friend to come over and hang with me and my friends. Good times were had. Next week, I assume that's sex, Next week, Reese and her friend joins us once more. Here I am, smitten from the previous week, so I come prepared. I took the time that week to rewrite an existing song and completely customized it for her. My turn comes up, and I sing for her Your Song by Not Elton John. Once finished, I stop by the table to get her impression, and she's grinning excitedly. For some odd reason, I feel the sudden need to pee, so I go to the restroom. I go in and pee and wash my hands, and next I hear a knock at the door. I open the door, and it's Reese. She grabs my hand and pulls me across the hallway over to the ladies' room. Awesome, right? My response? I resist. It's the dumbest moment of my life. I'm like, well, I don't want to get caught. Can we stay out here? So we had a nice little makeout session in the hallway. Of course, they call her out to sing, and we break it up. If only I wasn't such a pussy. What a missed opportunity. This has to be real, right?
I mean, it's so fucking boring.
All right.
Like,
I don't even know what happened.
Well,
so was it?
So hold on. Let me explain it to you. Captain Amazing fucking sings great at karaoke. So much so that he pulls some chick that has interest in him. Then fucking Captain, I'm better than everybody, fucking takes all week to write an amazing song. So the girl who comes back to meet them is so excited she wants to give him an old-fashioned in the ladies' room. But instead, Captain Amazing says, no, let's just make out. And then they leave. Now, the only thing that's weird is that if a woman is ready to jerk your dick in the ladies' room, you would think that is enough to also get a first date. And he doesn't follow up and say, you know, this is 2002, he dates it, like, oh, we had a few dates, but it never worked out.
So, okay, so this is secrets or BS?
I'm going to say it's a secret, but I think he's an asshole.
Ladies and gentlemen, live on the line is Captain Amazing. What's up, Captain Amazing? Tell us all about this.
Well, howdy. Yeah, it happened, and...
Well, Brian, Jesus, we have to do the fucking bit where we guess what.
Look, we all agree. We all right. Captain Amazing, shut the hell up. First of all, we all agree. We knew it was real. It smacked of yes. Go ahead. Justify your love.
Yeah, I figured it was gonna come off that way, but it was just a great fucking story to tell. Like.
How about how you almost?
Do you remember the customized song?
Yeah, what was the customized song?
It was Your Song by Elton John. Let's see, it was, and you can tell everybody I ganked you this song. It may be quite unoriginal, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind I put down words of my own.
Whoa. Listen, Captain Amazing, if you are going to be on this show talking about the one time you only made out with a girl at karaoke, okay? You understand the audience you're talking to? A lot of people for whom making out with a random girl at karaoke would be the highlight of their year. So you need to, at the very least, sing proper style your fucking song.
Yeah, come on, man. Give it to us.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next on Karaoke Nights, it's Captain Amazing with a bullshit version of his own lyrics. Take it away, Captain Amazing.
And you can tell everybody I ganked you this song. It may be quite unoriginal, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words of my own how wonderful life is since you are my girl. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I can't tell if that makes him a winner or not a winner when you play.
No, that was amazing. That was thank you so much, caller. That it takes nuts to sing on the internet.
Dude, well done, man. Good for you. Congrats on
awesome.
almost getting laid once in a shitter. Surrounded by human feces. That I bet that was almost a thing. All right, we got time for another one. Here's one.
I think Brian, we have the same one in mind. Number 22, TLDR. I touched the ass of a political candidate. Today, she is one of the most powerful politicians in the city. Backstory. This candidate visited the TV station to be interviewed. She and I were the only people in the studio, so I walked her to her chair. She was about to sit down, but I noticed the microphone was on the chair. I grabbed the mic, but for some reason, instinct, he adds parenthetically, I went to grab her ass. I apologized to her and worry every day she might report me. 4 years later, I still see her every few months. Is this a secret or straight bullshit? Andrew Zarian, what say you?
Holy shit. I'm going to say... I don't even know. Bullshit.
We have not had a bullshit one so far.
I'm gonna say it's bullshit just because of statistics. Because it's so believable and so not a problem. I think it's bullshit.
I say that it is a secret. I think it's true.
What?
I do.
All right.
I think I don't know. It just seems like a very weird lie to make up, right? That I kind of intentionally grabbed a powerful
I'll tell you what,
politician's ass.
Neither of us have seen whether this is true or not. So I'm just gonna call the number that's given
All
here.
right. I will go ahead and reveal it. So Andrew, you said bullshit.
Yes.
Brian, you say bullshit. I say true.
Yep.
This story is indeed true.
No way! All right, hey caller, what was it like to touch the ass of the most powerful person that had been in your studio?
So just to give you a little more backstory, she was a candidate, first-time candidate running for office, very attractive. She was a beauty queen early on in life, and she decided to run for office.
All right, first of all, is this vice presidential candidate, what's her name from Alaska?
Sarah Palin.
Yeah, Sarah Palin, thank you, wow.
No, it was a local office, very local office, town.
Linda McMahon.
Linda.
Yeah. So I walked her. So the hosts have yet to arrive. It's only me and her. I walk her to her chair. Now here's the thing. I literally just got hired a couple of months ago, taking over for someone else. So I'm on probation. I'm scared. I sit her down. Protocol is we usually have the microphones on the chairs so that way they don't get lost. I pick it up and I just grabbed her ass.
No, okay, now when
how many fingers? How many fingers do you have on the ass?
Whole palm.
Whole palm.
What? Okay, now first of all,
are you just like planning it on the chair like a whoopee cushion, waiting for her to apply her ass like to your open hand?
I have done this to other people by accident. It's just because you have so many people coming in, and it's just, okay, just come in, come out. So before there was two or three people,
Pepper?
but when it's candidates, you have to be much more cautious. These people could talk to your boss that could get you fired.
All right, real quick. So this happens. Is there like a momentary connection here? Is there like you look into her eyes and maybe there's like a half eyebrow raise or something?
I mean, the Dawson's Creek soundtrack has to be playing in your head when that happens.
Oh, baby. I believe
for
your
a
political
slight
office.
second, there's a slight connection, and then there's the, oh, I'm sorry, and she plays it off. Recently, she came in, and I had to mic her up again. Well, we have these wireless packs, so I put her microphone on, but I need to put the receiver somewhere.
More like wireless snacks, am I right? Sorry.
Yes. And so she recently just got married. So, we're in front of about 4 or 5 different people, and she says, oh, you can mic me from the back. Don't worry. My husband will be the only other person to get access to it.
What?
Okay, what city are you from?
Also, who is the exact political candidate we're talking about? And what district is she running for?
It's not a she, it's actually a he, and it's Rudy Giuliani.
No, it's a she. I would just say Northeast. not New York State.
Yeah,
I'll just say
Justin
this.
might be right. It may be Linda McMahon.
She is not a. She's not a person that's going to run for a major office. She is a queen maker or a king maker, whatever you want to call it.
Dude, okay, look, it's your fault for giving us so many clues, because all we want to do now is keep, like, zeroing in on this. Give us a blonde.
If it's a northeast city that's not in New York State, it's either Boston or Philadelphia. There's that.
You know, I don't want to give any more clues away. But
if you were to give more clues away, what would one
Can I
be?
guess? I'm going to guess.
Okay.
It's Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
Who told you?
It has to be.
It's Golda Meir.
You're close.
Right on.
you know-
All right, look. I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to hang out before you get all of us arrested and killed immediately. But congratulations on grabbing that ass. Too bad she's in public office now. All right, we got time for one more?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know I got one more.
All right, this one I've wanted to read for a little bit, just because I can only
Jesus,
see
for the first sentence only.
Exactly, and it has been calling to me, so this is where we will end.
Okay.
I'm currently going to college for mortuary science. We have to do 12 embalming cases before we graduate. As I begin doing cases, mostly on bodies donated to science because we kids like to fuck shit up, I'm learning some of the basic things you need to know. One of the most important things is that when you're injecting formaldehyde, you start with a single vein injection. This is primarily because you have to monitor the force at which you're injecting because, well, the deceased start inflating like balloons. Think Violet from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. However, when you have a group full of beginner students, you start to inject several places at once, probably a little quicker than you should. In short, we overinflated, and his ball sack burst. Burst.
Jesus.
Burst. Swag. Burst.
That's what that story gets, motherfucker. Because even if it's bullshit, that is an amazing fucking story.
Oh, dude, 100% for reals. Dude, I'm gonna say that if it is true, I want to believe that all of them had their shirts off and they were talking about like, this is the hardest formaldehyde. You can't get any harder than this formaldehyde. And then it's like they just started inflating it.
Anybody's ever heard it's made out of gunshot.
And then it's
gunshots on the beat. But you ever hear harder than that?
This is what this man would make him. This is what he would make if he were still alive. It's like exploded formaldehyde all over them.
Taking off our shirts. About to make these rifles.
all right, like I'm gonna say it's fake. It's fake. It's too good to be real. I don't believe it.
I'm going to say it's a secret. Andrew Zarian, is it a secret or is it indeed big, fat, smelly bullshit?
I hope it's real, but I'm going to say it's bullshit.
Well, we have not had a bullshit yet. Let's go ahead and take a look. It is indeed bullshit!
I award you no point.
Hey, we got a caller on the line. Wait, hold on. Caller, you're on the air. What's up, buddy?
You know that night attack free top I've been doing? Hold on, let me reset to check it out. Check this out.
Check what? Oh my God! What are you sending me? I don't understand.
He's showing you his dick, Brian.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
about to give you an old fashioned.
He's giving me the old fashioned. Oh my God! Taylor Karras just called in and made us a Too Old to Talk album cover.
Well, of all the album covers that we will get, this is certainly the first.
All time is fast.
Right on. Well done,
Go, guys.
dude. Good as always. Thank you, Taylor.
Taylor Karras, you will always have a reputation for coming first. This guy can actually get called here, Brian. Or this person can get called.
I mean, shall we? I don't know. I feel like there's almost something here. I feel like there must be some kind of inspiration behind the actual story.
Well, that's why this is Inside the Actor Studio, motherfucker. We're going to get into the mind of the artist.
All right. Let's say we figured this out. Here we go. We're going to give this person a call. We're waiting on he or she
So go ahead and I believe, like most secrets are BS, we didn't keep track of the score and everybody's losing.
We all win. Hey, caller, Captain Ball Bluster. What? Where did this story come from?
It is a story that some of the seasoned embalmers have told me. I'm actually not allowed to tell like details from personal cases because it's illegal.
So wait a minute. Whoa. Okay, so first of all, like you are in embalming class?
Yes.
And have you seen a dead wiener?
Yes.
What's that like? Like I've never seen a dead vagina, but I would imagine that would be disturbing to me.
Well, first of all, like I think the post-mortem boner thing is false, but I've heard stories about that too. I've never seen a post-mortem boner.
Okay, how much?
Well,
how
no,
much
but
talk?
that's like right afterward, right?
Well, also, real quick, like how much of you guys are the future mortuarians of the world? Like, how much do you guys just talk about like boners and vaginas?
It's not a big deal.
No,
These people don't even look
they're
real.
like
They don't
anybody
look
else. It's
or
just
feel
dead
real
meat. You might as
until
well be
you do that.
dissecting a frog in high school biology to these people. They're just worried about blowing up their balls so much that they explode as if it's New Year's Eve.
I don't see it like okay. First of all, think about a balloon, right?
Yeah.
Think about how big a balloon, a condom can hold 2 liters of water before it bursts, right? You're telling like how much fluid has to be in a ball sack for a ball sack to pop? I don't believe
I
it.
would imagine, and caller, you can go ahead and fill me in on whether or not this is true. I assume that they're not sitting there watching all the formaldehyde go in, right? You just plug it in, go out, have a Mr. Pibb, talk about what happened on Grey's Anatomy, and next thing you know, you hear a loud, like Santa Claus, you hear such a clatter, you walk into the lab to see what's the matter, and this dude's balls are blown fucking to kingdom come.
Dude, no way, dude. Of all the places to blow, I feel like the balls are the one most resilient spot. That shit's gonna be as big as a gallon of milk, and when it bursts, it's gonna blast vitamin D over the eyes of
Guy's
everyone.
balls are as big as a whale, and they're about to set sail.
So is it weird touching dead folk?
No, I don't think so.
Right on.
There we go, caller. Thank you so much. Please continue to call in whenever you want. And
You are a
update
number
us
one
on
caller,
awesome
dude.
Shit that happens in
I
mortuary
swear to
school.
God, there's so many things I want to know that I can ask a million questions. Like almost all of them would be phrased like, "No, seriously, but is it weird because they're dead?" And they're almost like a real person, but they're a dead body. Like, is that weird? Yeah. Do you get hungry and then look and be like, that scene, yeah.
That scene what?
Whatever. Like, I meant to say spleen, but I said scene.
Oh, I thought it was like I thought you were thinking of a very specific scene. Like
Well,
I would
no,
think of the
okay,
scene
all right.
where that dude's head
Truthfully-
tries to eat out that girl.
No, truthfully, what I was thinking of was I meant to say that spleen, but then as it was, I was thinking about the Crack.com article that I read about whether it's somebody's job to present the human flesh themed delicacies to make them look attractive to eat, and then I ended up saying scene instead of that because like they apparently go out of their way on Hannibal to present human flesh and make it look delicious so that everyone's like, "Ooh, I would have that." Ooh.
Well, Brian, when I think about dead flesh, I also think about where I could put those pictures and my stories about manipulating dead flesh on a website.
Well, unfortunately, you and I both know that you don't know the first thing about making a website, Justin. So thank goodness those visions, those horrific visions, will never see the light of day and will never be discovered. And even if they were, my guess is you would have them on some chump change website that immediately would crash under the popularity that would instantly befall it. So thankfully, those visions, we have nothing to fear from.
Eat a fat dick, Brian.
What?
Because my website, bigfatdeadexplodingballs.squarespace.com, will indeed be a reality.
God damn
thanks
you!
to the brilliance of Squarespace.
Look, I don't want to say that it's irresponsible for Squarespace to make it so easy for people to make a fast, easy, reliable website that will never go down because of their distributed web hosting. But I will say you shouldn't use them. They're too good for you. They don't deserve to be sullied by your existence.
Bullshit. They have drag and drop functionality. Yeah. They have expanding and contracting templates that will make sure that on any platform that people see my brand new websites, these images pop like the balls of a corpse that is overfilled with formaldehyde. It is brilliant.
Yeah, well, good for you. Unfortunately, somebody like me, like I don't know any secret passwords. I'm never gonna experience this.
Eat a bag of dog shit, Brian. What? You too can have the website of your dreams. Go to squarespace.com and use offer code NAP at checkout.
Wait,
you know, I've heard they are the fast and reliable way to make a high-quality blog, portfolio, or website.
Dude, that's the rumor, isn't it? But we don't want the likes of Justin to hear that. Otherwise, he'll be filling the web with yet more exploding testicle photos.
You're goddamn right, I will, Brian. And these images will be an absolute testament to the testicles that were exploded to make them. Thanks to Squarespace. Use offer code NAP. It stands for Night Attack Podcast. But to all competitors to Squarespace, it stands for Take a Dirt Nap, you piece of shit other website companies.
We thank our friends over at Squarespace for allowing us to continue to talk about them this way. Don't forget, that's promo code NAP, which stands for Not Today, motherfucker.
No, you have to at least make it the letters.
No, I don't.
You know, I wasn't fast enough. I was trying to find my old copy of my Squarespace ad, and I couldn't find it in time of the ad.
Well, Andrew, we've been doing this for about 4 months, and we still haven't found ours, so don't feel so bad.
Hey, guys, we all know that Squarespace looks beautiful on the outside, but it's also amazing on the inside.
No, it's not. It's fucking poisonous. It has the heart of Satan on the inside. That's why they're so powerful.
No, but
they killed Mephistopheles.
Like heavy metal Satan, like rad Satan, the Satan that you really want to be, and he shreds on electric guitar.
Hey, Justin, did you also know that they also ensure that your website gets crawled on Google, Yahoo, Bing, and other search engines?
Hey, man, that's
they
fucking
ensure
defamatory.
that this website's going to make sure these bitches are crawling on your nuts. That's what they're going to ensure. Like fucking Captain Amazing and fucking that old fashioned he could have gotten in the ladies' room of the karaoke bar.
With dry goods, remember that. With a lot of dry goods.
Not going to be dry when he gets done with them.
Man, can you believe it? That guy
wet as a jizz cake up in this bitch.
That guy
jizz
almost got
and
laid.
Dry goods.
Biz cake and did you say jizz cake and dry goods?
Yeah, what else?
Title of the episode.
Jizz
Hey man,
cake, dry goods in the afternoon on 105.9 The Cat.
So we're about to check in on Diamond Time, but we need to check in and see if you guys have any suggested album covers. We have some stuff coming in. Look at this right there. Boom. Night Attack 3. Too Old to Talk. Looks better than I expected it to.
Just to remind everybody, there's 2 O's in the first 2.
No, it means
is it
too old to talk.
Too old?
Too old is to talk. Too old is too old to talk. Could be the number 2, right?
Yeah.
2. J1 says the number 2, comma, old to talk.
Right? Yeah. No, it is. It's 2 O's, right?
Yeah. No. Like we are too old to talk is the point.
Yeah.
I'm really disturbed at how
a bit of a grammar.
I'm really disturbed at how close this looks to us.
I know.
I mean that cover's insane. I mean it's so perfect. So perfect.
We did have another one. T2T2 did put out 2 that had come in during the show. So Teets, if you wouldn't mind throwing that one right there back in the chat room there.
She called him Teets. Let's see.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. There's this one.
Old
and-
salad gravy selected one.
It's a pretty good one. I'm not gonna lie. Night Attack 3. Too old to suck. That's a pretty good. I don't know why this one tickles me so much, but it's pretty good.
So this one is Josie, again, looking shockingly like Brian for what is otherwise adorable little girl. Just a dead ringer for her father. And again, for audio listeners, the beard, the fake beard that was selected for Penny is really straight out. It's as if they just shaved Gimli from Lord of the Rings and spirit glued her to her face. It is a massive fat beard.
FLS Carnage calls it a Alan Moore beard, which I would say that's accurate. That's about right. We're looking at Duck Dynasty level beardage, which I feel bad. I feel like I did you wrong. I should have kept it smaller, more believable.
No, I think it's fine.
All right,
it's good. I dig it. Now, where should people submit these, Brian?
Oh, that's a good question. I would figure over Twitter. Oh my God, look at this one.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah. Hold on, let me do this. Night Attack 3, too old to talk.
So this one's a little bit simpler. This is me leaning over, or the me analog leaning over and punching Brian in the head while Brian yells like a baby, and it says Night Attack 3, too old to talk at the bottom. That one looks amazing.
Dude, they're
now,
getting
do you
good.
realize that Brian, like, as it hits you that your girls will be in Billboard magazine and it will be on the Billboard charts?
I mean, not yet. I mean, it hasn't happened yet.
I hope it does. This is awesome.
It's God.
Well, Brian, every single other one of our albums has debuted at #1, and if this one doesn't, it would certainly represent that we are in decline and should really hang it up.
Man, all right, you don't need to sell this just yet. We're just picking a cover right now.
I'm just saying that I'm betting all of my self-confidence on the debut position of this album.
So good. All right, look, you want to take a moment and do some Diamond Time, or what do you got going on, Andrew?
Nothing. I'm getting loaded on the show. That's what's happening right now.
Isn't it great?
It's amazing. I'm all done with my my Pinot Noir.
This is why you got a backup, so you can crack open and then just pour.
I actually just messaged my wife because we keep our wine in our bedroom like real alcoholics. And I just messaged her asking for a little bit of wine.
Right on.
I thought you were more accurately going to say we keep our wine in our bedroom like real housewives.
We I kind of live that housewife of New York lifestyle. As a podcaster, we don't have much going on during the day, so I'm all about the Pinot Grigio at noon.
All I will say is that me and Andrew have struck up this brand new DM broship that has happened over the last 2 weeks, and a full 50% of our communications start off with Andrew sending me a picture of something that he's drinking at like noon Eastern time. So I get it at like 9.
That's absolutely. You know what's sick? That's absolutely true. We have a lot of things in common, considering my noon drinking that I love to share with Justin and pro wrestling.
There we go. It's the only thing you really need. So tell everybody for folks who are not up on the guys from Queens Network, give the elevator pitch there, because I think a lot of people are gonna really enjoy the shit you guys have going on over there.
The JFK Network, we have 15 different shows a week. Right now, we're on the air, actually. Right now, Ayaz is on the air doing one of his shows, Podcast Without Pretense. We have all different types of stuff, everything from technology. I do a tech show with Paul Thurrott to professional wrestling. We have a pro wrestling podcast, The Hair Loss, which is one of our main shows, actually, surprisingly. So we cover everything. It's guy talk. If we were a radio station, we would be called Guy Talk.
Yes, but instead you are the guys from Queens Talk.
We are the guys from Queens Talk. So it's a bunch of degenerates from Queens that get loaded in the middle of the afternoon and tweet out the pictures and talk about pro wrestling, hair loss, and technology.
So can I just say, like, This is apropos of nothing, and it's not going to go anywhere. But I just feel like there's never been a moment in a public forum where I've had the opportunity to say this. Like we've been friendly for what, 3 years now, right? Like we both got started at around the same time. You have always been a good friend to our show, and to me specifically. You are the reason that we were able to figure out our three system. We've talked about tech. You and I have gotten on and sort of done tours of our setups for the live streaming and so on. You're a big part of helping me set up the 3-computer system that runs everything now. I guess I don't really have a point outside of to say I'm glad that we've remained friends for so long, and it's good to. You are always a friend of this loose confederation of jackasses, and you're always welcome on the show, man.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. I'm a big fan of what you guys do, and I've been following you guys forever, and I think we have this really interesting little. Alliance of sorts. A bunch of us do each other's shows, and we're all cool with each other, and we share the same viewers, and that's amazing to see. I have so many viewers I watch, even the hair loss show, the wrestling show, or What the Tech, that are fans of yours and that are fans of Justin's and fans of Tom's. I mean, and we kind of cross over, and it's amazing. I mean, we've been talking for a bunch of years, and we never contacted each other saying like, oh, I'm going to benefit from this guy. I mean, we're just helping each other out, and that's the amazing thing about what we're doing. I mean, to kind of get a little sappy and
just broing out.
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing. I mean, what you guys, I'll tell you something. You guys, Brian was stroking me a little, and I'm going to stroke him a little now. It's a big circle jerk here. Because of you guys, we started a Patreon campaign. I mean, what you're doing with the Patreon stuff is mind-blowing. I mean, in all seriousness. And we started a Patreon campaign, and it's really been great for us, and we've been able to limit our ads. So if it wasn't for you and what you've done with the Patreon stuff, we wouldn't be doing it.
What's the Patreon thing?
Patreon.com/whatthetech.
What the tech.
That's the show you do with Paul Thurrott, right?
With Paul, yeah. And let me tell you something. That's a guy you want to drink with.
And I would highly recommend it to anybody who enjoys technology talk, because it's really good. And Paul is I really like the pairing of you guys, because you are a very, very, very good broadcaster, and he is a great analyst. And it is awesome to see when those two personalities can stay in their lane and understand exactly what makes a good show, can go back and forth. So I would very much recommend.
It comes down to Justin, two people clicking. I mean, you and Brian are doing this, and you guys have been doing this for a while. And
I'm still
even if
feeling
the
it out
content
with
sucked,
I don't know
which
whether
it
or not-
doesn't, but if it sucked, you guys would still have something because you guys connect so well. I mean, Paul and I got drunk at a bar one day in New York. I think it was like the Windows Phone launch, and I met him in a bar here in New York, and we got loaded. And it was just like, hey, you want to do a podcast? And that's how it connected, So it's awesome to see two people that connect well do a show. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And what you guys are doing is fucking great, because it's definitely working. I'm a fan.
Man, I'll tell you what, it's been really weird. I guess it was about a year ago that I first started hearing about Patreon and what they're doing. And it's been wild to go from connecting with those guys and them kind of knocking on my door saying like, hey, you got any reason to use Patreon? And I'm like, I sure don't, but you guys seem to have a rad platform. And then going to 2 months later being like, maybe I do have a reason. And then going to, maybe I got another reason.
Hold on. Let me go ahead and take blame on this. Brian heard about Patreon and then called me immediately and was like, Justin, there's this thing called Patreon, and I don't know if we could do it, but I think it's the future. And I'm like, bullshit. The future is in Squarespace codes and Netflix authorizations. That's the future, not some bullshit e-begging. And as it turns out, Brian was 90% right, since we're still doing Squarespace codes, but. But no, I mean, it's such a great platform. And you want to know what? I mean, it's about everybody enjoying what they like and rewarding the shit that makes them happy, and not thinking in this like, it all works out in the end. Somebody scratches somebody's back and they'll get opportunities because I'm watching, and there's a third party that measures enthusiasm, and if they say enthusiasm is high, then the people will get rewarded for it. No, if you like it and you have the scratch, give a little money. If you don't, fucking whatever. Enjoy it, and you can still spread the word. And the fact that exists is just so awesome, because it makes bootstrapping motherfuckers like us be able to do this more.
Yeah, I mean, we still do some ads. We've said we're going to keep the ads at one ad a week.
Motherfucker, you're going to come at us with this? Fuck you. Name one ad we've done today. Name one.
You did a Squarespace ad.
No, we talked about our good friends over at Squarespace because we like them and we like you.
We also talked about our good friends at Guys from Queens. Fucking, I'm sorry. Was that an ad?
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, listen, we do one ad a week, one ad a show, because we still need to have some money coming in. But we want to limit it because we were starting to do some ads. And the reason why we started doing Squarespace, not because what you guys, absolutely because what you guys are doing, the success you've seen. But I did an ad for, I don't want to mention the company, but I was not feeling it.
Let's just say it's called Netflix.
Let's say it's called, Netflix.
Apple Computer Corporation. Did you hear that?
I did the ad, and it was absolute shit. I was like, yeah, and you could shave your balls with this company, And I sat there and I did this fucking ad, and I'm like, oh god, and then I felt so dirty afterwards, because like one of the things I pride myself with is I don't want to bullshit myself with ads, so. I did this ad and the money was good, and I was like, fuck this, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to limit myself to one ad a show. It's going to be a company I like. I don't want it to be some bullshit product that I don't believe in, I've never fucking used. So and you guys were an inspiration for that, because you introduced me to Patreon, and we're able to, we're making $560 a week from an hour podcast that Paul and I get loaded on, and we bullshit the entire time, and it's amazing. I mean, people support it, and it's great to see people are hanging out and liking what we're doing.
Dude, there is power that, if for no other reason, people are like, I don't know if I want to subscribe or support or whatever. Like you are giving very real power. You're giving fuck you power to the people you love. So even if you don't care about their financial situation, if you want a better show, if you want the ability for somebody to compare a product to an exploding corpse's ball sack, then give them some scratch
in a really good way.
Yeah, exploding with value. That's what Squarespace
exactly.
does.
I mean, listen, what you guys have done, and again, not a jerk fest here, guys, but in all fucking seriousness,
old fashioned.
You guys are dicking around at 10 o'clock East for an hour and a half, and you're able to create, 284 people are in your chat room right now, just chatting away. I mean, it's mind blowing.
Well, and understand also, it's like we're no dummies. For as self-deprecating as we tend to be, what we are really doing, and the reason everyone turns up is because, number one, they honestly don't know if we're about to fuck or fight at any given time, and number two, it's
Brian,
the honesty.
I don't want to step on what you're gonna say.
Yeah,
we know what we're really doing, which is harvesting email addresses and IPs so we can sell them to advertisers.
Thank you.
That's really why we're here.
I'm glad we got that out on Front Street, because I was starting to feel a little bit guilty about it. No. It's that honesty, right? I mean, it's that I don't know. I can't talk with my own.
No,
cock
it
in my
is
mouth.
honesty, but it's also the rawness. You guys are raw, and it goes a long way, and the audience sees it. They don't. The people watching what you guys are doing, they know bullshit. And, what you guys are doing is not bullshit. Yeah, it's bullshit as far as dicking around, but it's real shit. You guys are connecting with the audience. You give a shit about what you're doing, and that's what matters.
Well, here's what really matters is that our audience is actually more talented than us, which is what we like to highlight every single week with Diamond Time.
Yeah.
If you would like to go to reddit.com/r/Diamond Club, you can submit the projects that you are working on. And every time at the end of the show, we highlight 3 of those projects, the ones that are highest voted.
Justin, it sounds like you're about to talk about some diamond stuff, but it doesn't look like you're properly equipped.
Oh, shit, son.
Oh, shit.
We made the mistake of promising that if we ever got above $2,000 on our Patreon contributions, that we would do this part wearing top hats and monocles. And as it stands right now, we're ever so slightly above $2,000 an episode. We thank you guys.
I wish I knew, because I would have been prepared for this.
I don't know.
So let's go ahead and take a look. It is from T2T2. He not only has a Patreon, he also has an awesome site called boxofficedraft.com. He writes, "Hey there, chat realmer. Hate how these 2 jackasses don't do a winner draft. Missing out on playing such hits as Dear White People and God the Father? Well, now you can create your own fantasy movie league with hookers and blackjack over at boxofficedraft.com. It's been updated with releases soon and beyond, so you can create your leagues even with obscure Hindi films no one has ever heard about, and you can play at any time with any selection of movies, not just the official seasons. So create your own damn league at boxofficedraft.com.
Yeah, I can't, man, I always have glasses on, and I just set one of these, like right in there, but I can't, my face. You have another one, Justin?
Yes, I do. I thought you were going to say something about box office draft.
No, no.
Our next one is CosmicRadio.tv's Extra Life charity stream. That is Thursday, October 23rd at 12 p.m. Central. Roberto Villegas, a.k.a. Vincent404 in the chat room and on Twitter, will be gaming for 24 hours on the annual Extra Life charity event. Join Roberto and a slew of special guests as they fight, sleep, dungeons, and pizza, all while raising money for a local children's hospital. The jamming begins at noon Central Time, Thursday, October 23rd. Be there or be squeamy. Live stream is at cosmicradio.tv at Twitch. And if you can't join but want to donate, check out bit.ly/CRTV Extra Life 2014. All one word, all lowercase.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. Roberto makes really good stuff. I saw them playing through. I forget what the game is. It's the one where it's like a haunted Chuck E. Cheese's or whatever, and you watch everything through security cam footage. We got to see Lonely.Geek, one Zach Holder, completely lose his shit, getting scared live on the stream. So make sure to check out his stuff.
It's actually, twitch.tv/CosmicRadioTV. So no dot there, just Cosmic Radio TV. And also anything Cosmic Radio, man, go ahead and check it out. They've got some great stuff. I mean, he's working with Neshcom and Gatewag and everything. They're doing really, really great stuff.
Yeah, they are.
And the final one is Craft Beer Cast. Not enough craft beer podcasts to listen to. How about another one from some guys that are pretty much assholes, but at least try to be funny about it most of the time? Join myself, that is Mr. X88, and 3 co-hosts every week as they discuss the news and reviews for beers in the craft beer scene while also making inappropriate jokes 90% of the time. That is craftbeercast.com.
Yeah, right on. Craftbeercast.com. Look, I got it on the screen just in time.
And that actually, that's the homie Josh CBC on Twitter, who has promised to send us beer at some point.
Well, that'd be rad. I don't.
And of course, if you would like to submit your shit for Diamond Time, go to reddit.com/r/Diamond Club and follow the rules of Reddit for your own plugs. But this is how you can get your shit on the show. Just go ahead on over, join the conversation. Hashtag join the conversation with whatever the topic is over there, and put your plug in. It's a fun time.
I'm gonna start plugging away at my shows. I got 15 shows, so that's 15 weeks of plugs.
Dude, you better get in there, but you better be fast and you better be saucy. Otherwise, they won't vote you to the top.
Yeah. You got to say something really offensive.
Like suck my balls.
Not offensive enough.
Which
Sorry, you've been rejected.
Currently exploding with saline being injected.
Brian, how you doing? Old double monocle. What's happening?
I'm sorry, I just noticed that one of these monocles actually is a magnifying glass, and so it's like, oh, I just want to make this as weird as I can.
This is what we like to call Brian caters to the audio listeners.
Sorry. All right, I'm back. Everything's cool, bro. Look, man. What else we got? We went through Diamond Time. We talked about what we're up to this week. You got plans for next week? We got anything big going on?
Well, all right. Here, let me let's go ahead and get a little. I've been doing some soft booking. I've just been talking to people online. I feel like it's time to bring back some old regulars. Certainly, Veronica and Tom need to come back on the show very soon. Allie Gertz, who was on our summer music series on the old version of the show, wants to come.
Yeah.
So we got hopefully some big fun guests, and also November 4th. I don't want to say who it is, but somebody has promised to be on the show, and I'm not going to say that she's being mentioned in the chat room. But we'll see. We'll see whether or not it happens. There is a soft committal that a very popular segment of the show will be back.
But I think I told you guys a story about the person that's not being mentioned in the chat room and how one of my ex-girlfriends broke up with me because I used to watch her on a TV channel, and she thought she resembled one of my ex-girlfriends.
Wow, you dated somebody really crazy.
That escalated
really
very
nuts, man.
quickly.
Really nuts.
Wow. So that definitely happened. Right on.
Oh, and R Sharp says, how come Anthony Carboni has never been on the show?
Because we're assholes and because he's too awesome for us.
No, I'm going to blame Anthony. Everybody yell at Anthony on Twitter and say that it's his fault he hasn't been on the show.
Yeah, seriously. Ask him. What's up, motherfucker? Wait, you too good for our show? You don't ever want to come on?
It's fine.
We've been inviting him since day one.
It's fine. You don't want to be on the show. It's great. It's really great.
First episode we ever did was called Anthony Carboni, Please Come on Our Show. And that motherfucker won't even show up.
Where did that leave us?
Fuck that dude. Anthony Carboni. Oh, I'm so funny and talented. Yeah, I was in Indie Game the Movie. Yeah. I bother Brian on G-Chat all the time with hilarious stuff to distract him from his work. Ooh, I'm Anthony Carboni. I'm made of talent and humor. Ooh. Fuck you.
My beard is better kept than Justin's. Ooh, I'm
Anthony Carboni. I wanted that shit on a T-shirt, like capital O's and then lowercase O's, I'm Anthony Carboni.
Everybody thinks my podcast with Jeff Kanata is witty and insightful, is smart.
Everybody's talking all the time about how funny I am. Oh, I'm Jeff Kanata's friend, Anthony Carboni. Oh, you should watch.
I have the credibility to be a comedian and a science host on the internet. Ooh, I'm Anthony Carboni.
Ooh, I complain about how hard it is to edit together my wonderfully crafted 3-minute vignettes explaining difficult science content. Ooh, I'm Anthony Carboni.
Ooh. So, he's never coming on the show. I think we can agree with that.
No way, dude. I guarantee you. Next week, Anthony Carboni joining us live on the show. It's going to be amazing.
But not Kanata. Never Kanata.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm Jeff Kanata. I love games.
I'm Jeff Kanata. I'm handsome enough to be on national television.
Ooh, I'm getting married right now, and I invited Brian to my bachelor party, but Brian couldn't go because he had to go do a shitty TV show. A good TV show. I mean, God damn it. It's there's multiple layers of self.
Ooh, I'm Brian Brushwood, and I'm regretting saying that my massive television show was shitty and jest. Ooh.
Ooh, what I meant to say was do something self-deprecating, but instead I suddenly realized that people have worked really hard and their jobs depend on it being good, and I really believe in the project. Ooh.
the national conglomerate for which has funded my television show will be displeased if they hear me in jest saying that it was shitty. I now want to recede into a hole and die.
Ooh, I'm very aware that we live in a reality where words can be taken out of context and sound bites can be played for other people. Ooh.
Certainly been no living example of that. All right, so that's pretty much the show. Andrew, where can people find you on the internet?
GFKnetwork.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Andrew Zarian. We have a lot of stuff going on. We just teamed up with a blog, the Skinny Pig NYC. She does really witty and asshole-ish reviews of restaurants, so it's amazing. We're doing that. We have a bunch of shows going on. I think Justin's going to be on Mat Men, our pro wrestling show soon, right?
I will. I'll either be on. Well, this is the go home to Hell in a Cell, right? The one that you're doing on Thursday, and then I don't think I'll be able to make that because I'm in transit. But next Thursday, I will be happy to be on for the recap.
That's what I had you down for, and then I think we have Brian Alvarez from the Wrestling Observer on the following week.
Oh, that's amazing. He just did the reissue for his WCW book, right?
Oh, it's amazing, actually. He's a good friend of mine. So the book is amazing, to kind of plug what he's doing. They review why WCW sucked so bad and why it failed. So if any pro wrestling fan, you should pick that up.
Oh, no, yeah. I mean, it's been out for a while, but I guess they did a big reissue for it, and there's a ton of new stuff, which I'm very excited. I read the original book. I'm excited to read the new one. But all right, so yeah, everybody go check that out, and I'll be happy to be on Mat Men because I've been listening to it lately, and I will just say, without boring everybody to fucking tears about wrestling commentary, there's a large portion of your last edition of Mat Men in which you guys were fantasy booking ways to put John Cena in the main event, which is basically just you getting on the internet and screaming about how you like to jerk off thinking about your wife. Like, it is the most boring thing to fucking talk about is figuring out ways to put John Cena in the main event picture.
It's the guys that I have on the show with me, I've known one of them for about 16 years. And the other one I met from the show, but it's a good group. I mean, they're both, assholes in the best possible way, and we all just, fuck around and call each other idiots for thinking the way that they do. But it was actually brutal. I listened to that segment about 2 times after the show because people told me how brutal it was to listen to it, and it was actually very difficult to listen to it.
No, it was good. I very much liked it. It was very compelling. I was listening to it at like 3 o'clock in the morning, driving into Dulles International Airport, and I almost DM'd you to give you that jerking off about your wife line, but I saved it.
That's the only
where
that's
the money is made on the Night Attack
and on
show.
high on Percocets. So it's the only way people can get through that.
All right, so everybody go ahead and check that out. Everything on the Guys from Queens Network. Brian, is there anything else that you want to get out there to everybody?
Yeah, I do. I want to show the latest entry to for the Night Attack Too Old to Talk, Night Attack 3. It's got to say Night Attack 3, Too Old to Talk. Here's the latest entry.
Does it have to say 3? Because 2 didn't say 2. It just said Night Attack, Enjoy the Garden.
No, it did say 2.
It did?
Yeah, it did. And in fact, specifically, it has to because this will drive Brant Hughes, a.k.a. Ganawag, nuts because he insists that Night Attack Live is the 3rd album, so they should not be called Night Attack 3, which is exactly why we're going to make absolutely sure it's called Night Attack 3, Too Old to Talk.
Because we want his head to explode like a fembot in Austin Powers. All right, so everybody go ahead and keep sending those in on Twitter to Justin R. Young on Twitter or at Schwood on Twitter. Brian, another good episode of the show here.
Buddy, I'll tell you what, people really seem to respond to episodes where it's just you and me being as honest as we can. And for all the trouble it gets us in to tell the truth, I like telling the truth. I like this moment of pure, unbridled honesty, regrets and all, is part of what... take 2. It's pretty rad that you and me are friends.
It's always great when you have to take 2 your honest rejoinders. You know what? The big final moment.
As the poet Abraham Lincoln once said, "Fuck you, motherfuckers! Come at the king, you best not miss."
As Thomas Jefferson once said to the Continental Congress,
Wait, say it again. I heard pussy, bitch. That's all I heard.
Pop that pussy like it was a child's balloon.
Okay, all right, good. I'm glad we're on the same page, man. Do me a favor, beautiful people. I love you. Die in a fire.
See you next Tuesday.
What?
Diamond Club for life.
DC till we die. And that's good.
I get so sad that I wanna drink a warm glass of Drano.
1776 will commence again.
Night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack.